Hey everyone, welcome to your next episode of Cooking with Nichole. Tonight I am going to do the Keto Classic mashed cauliflower. A lot of my patients are like, Nichole, mashed cauliflower sucks. It is nothing like a regular potato. And you are right, it is nothing like a regular potato. But you can make it dang close to regular mashed potatoes. You just gotta put the ingredients in the right order and make sure that everything is of the right consistency. So what I have for you tonight is 2 heads of cauliflower that I have largely chunked up into florets, and it's already been boiled. And so I've boiled it to the point where it's fork tender. So boil your water, put your cauliflower into it, boil it until it's fork tender. It took about 10 minutes roughly. And then I have a half a cup of heavy cream, half a cup of shredded cheese, 3 cloves of minced garlic, and 6 ounces of cream cheese that has been made to be room temperature so that it's nice and soft and will blend nicely. You're going to need, this is the key right here, this is the secret to perfectly pureed cauliflower mash. You need a high-powered blender. I know a lot of times people say use hand mixers or use immersion blenders or your KitchenAid stand mixer. It's not gonna cut it. You need to have a high-powered blender or food processor to make this work. Because there's a lot of ingredients here, I'm going to do this probably in 2 separate sections because it's going to fill up the blender and it's not going to work out the best. So we're going to start by adding in some of our cauliflower here first, and we're going to fill it up about halfway. I made this recipe when we were just recently on vacation in North Carolina, and I do cook healthfully while on vacation. You heard that right. And we hosted some of my husband's good friends, and I made this recipe, and they've never had mashed cauliflower before, and they thought this was just amazing. So unless they were just being nice, but I really do think Southern hospitality and all, but I really do think they enjoyed it. So we're gonna make our first batch here, and I'm gonna pour in 1/4 of a cup of the cream just to give it a little bit of liquid. And then you're gonna puree it for a full minute. Because this is loud and noisy, we'll bring you back when we're done with this first batch. All right, so we got the cauliflower prepared. I did have to do it into 2 batches because the blender filled up quite full. And in the actual recipe are instructions to perfect your consistency. And so throughout that blending process, I went from puree to blend to take it up to a much higher speed, which really then made the mashed cauliflower this nice smooth consistency without any lumps or bumps in it. I also added an additional 1/4 of a cup of cream and an additional 1 ounce of cream cheese just to get it to this consistency. So while you're following the recipe, feel free to add cream cheese, feel free to add a little bit of cream, and be patient. It really did take about 4 minutes to do blend puree to get it to this consistency. So don't rush it, it takes a little bit of time. So we have our mashed cauliflower, and to it I'm going to add our 1/2 cup of shredded cheese and our seasonings, some parsley, and you can use fresh parsley if you would like. I don't have any on hand today, but we're just going to use some fresh parsley. And then our salt and pepper, and you just season this to your desired flavor level. We tend to be a little more salty in our house, so I'll probably end up adding a little bit more once we adjourn, but you get the gist. And this is what your perfect mashed cauliflower looks like. Ooey gooey, really creamy. It has a very nice, smooth, creamy texture. My husband tasted it while I was waiting for it to blend when I took the blender off, and he said it tastes like butter. So there you go, a fun favorite thing for all of you keto folks. This recipe makes approximately 8 servings, 184 calories, 15 grams of fat, 4 grams of net carb, and 6 grams of protein. a wonderful option as a side dish for any of your proteins that you're serving to make it a complete meal. This is your sweet deal tonight. I hope you have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.